Oh my god, who's this radiant sunshine? Who's this? Who is this? Oh my god, who is he though? I don't even recognize this well-rested, nice tanned young gentleman up here on the screen. Sitting in his little tupeno. Oh my god, who is this? So cultural, so cultural. Hello from the islands. No, but for real, like, this is what I look like with a tan. This is what I look like when I am well rested, refreshed. Oh, swelling going down. Oh, baby. I'm sorry. Just got back from, I'm like, okay, I'm at my parents' hotel right now. I hope the air conditioning isn't making too much noise. I put the speaker this way, in this corner. So, it shouldn't disrupt the noise too much. But yeah, hi. It's weird like looking in this corner, not that corner. I'm in Tonga. I just got back from a little, vacation, private beach, weave up in the shade type of shit. I was just running my shit. I was just like hanging, chilling, doing my thing. Like I said, the next time I upload, I'll be from a tropical location. So I'm still getting used to. I'm like here, and it's my dad's 70th birthday. He made us all take 2 weeks. It's so discombobulating. Give me a minute to like get used to this. But yeah, we went to a little private island, and everyone's like, whatever, you're in Tonga, we know where you are. But it's like, actually, Tonga is a collection of islands, 170 islands, okay? Archipelago islands. So, good luck figuring out which one I was on, okay? It's much easier because not all of them are habited. But if I ever want to disappear off the face of the planet with my man, we know where to go, baby. We'll get into that later. Later. For right now, I'm enjoying my little green tea. And catch the girls up. We landed. My Aunt Lulu came to pick us up. I love my Auntie Lulu. Auntie Lulu. Lulu! That's my girl. Lulu was my favorite auntie. She's the youngest of 10, okay? My dad is one of 10. So, that's crazy. Lulu's my favorite auntie because she's a fighter, She's all Aries, like feisty and like fiery. We hop off the plane and she looks at me. She looks at me, she goes, "You look good. You always look good." I was like, thanks. I love it when she says that because I know she's being true. She would not lie to me. But Lulu's like a giant hag. Do you know what I mean? She's like got a million gay friends. She's like that type of woman, you know what I'm saying? So she hangs out with all the ladies and she loves me. I love her. I love my Auntie Lulu. And the first day I got here, there were no rooms available because I only stay in a room when there's a room available. There were no rooms available. So mom and dad were like, you can sleep on the couch. And I was like, I'm going to stay with Lulu out there on the west side, mama. Drop me off. See ya. So I hung out with my Aunt Lulu. And we had a great time. I love her. I love her. You know, yeah. She's my favorite. And I don't know, she's just like a good time. She's got the biggest laugh. She always makes me smile. She always makes me feel good. Whenever I'm having my troubles, I call my Aunt Lulu and she cheers me up. She knows just what to say. But I got off the plane. She was like, you look good. Oh, you always look good. What's your secret? And I was like, Lulu, you know, hard work, diet and exercise, baby. But seriously, diet, exercise, I'm held together by collagen, peptides, gelatin, and antioxidants. I'm also gluten-free, mostly dairy-free. I indulge in like butter. I really enjoy butter. New Zealand butter is the best. But yeah, like gluten-free, dairy-free will take you pretty far in terms of like looking good for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Those are like two of the most inflammatory foods in the human diet. So you want to look good? Gluten-free, dairy-free, baby. I swear by it. My crush is gluten-free, dairy-free. I think only when he's on tour, but I think he's probably continued it. I don't know. But his skin cleared up a lot. You know, pimples are a part of life. I'm not like, I find him attractive always. But his skin cleared up. And I remember thinking like everyone on like X and Twitter and like everybody up online was like, what's the skincare secret? Oh, this is bothering me. They were like, drop the skincare secrets, bruh? To my crush. And I was looking at him and I was like, that's not skincare, that's a change of diet. That's a change of diet. He's changed the way he's eating. And I was like, it's looking like, yeah, he's like on the anti-inflammatory diet. I can kind of tell. You can just tell. I can tell these things. You know? Game recognized game. You know what I'm saying? Like game recognized game. But he was like, he just looks really good. His skin looks amazing. Like really clear and really, like it's like a nice smooth complexion, all one color, looking really great. And I remember thinking like, no, that's like, he's like changed his diet. Because he doesn't look like the type of guy to me. I'm sorry. I know when he is just woken up in the morning, that man, it does not appear that he washes his face before he goes to bed, but just like, you know, baby, you do you. You do you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do you. But when I come into the picture, the little, you know, grooming coach, I'm going to be doing them face masks, okay? We're going to do that cleanse, tone, regular routine. I think that for me, the way I see it, I always wanted a long career in swimming. And I knew that if I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I looked old, I would feel old. Does that make sense? So it's not a matter of vanity. I mean, it is a little bit, but for me, it was like, no, if I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I see a youthful face looking back at me, I'm going to feel youthful. I'm going to feel young. And that really, it's like psychological. Do you know what I'm saying? Like every time you take a photo, you look great. Every time you get to the gym, you feel great. There's, you know, one tennis player who we shall say is the greatest of all time, and he's still active on the tour. I can tell he has a great skincare routine. And he's like 38, and I can tell. I can look at his skin and I can tell, like, he's gluten-free, dairy-free, number one. And number two, like, that's a expensive face. Like, I don't think he's doing like lasers or anything. I think he's just like cleansing, toning, like hyaluronic acid and moisturizing. Which, baby boy, if you're listening, you don't have to do that. Not yet. You just need to like cleanse and tone. And you're like sweating so much when you're in your early 20s. Like I remember when I was in my early 20s, I was working at a beauty public relations firm and they would give me moisturizers, and the moisturizers were like way too thick. They were also for like middle-aged women, do you know what I mean? But like they were way too thick for my like early 20s like skin debris. Like my skin was not needing that much moisture. When you're in your early 20s, you sweat so much that, especially when you're an athlete, you don't want to be sweating out your moisturizer. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're done with practice for the day, then I would like I would moisturize afterwards. But I hated like, I wake up in the morning and do all of my face, and then I'd go to school, and then I would sweat at school, and I would be like sweating out my moisturizer, and I was like, this is not cute. This is not cute, and this is not chic, and I don't think this is doing anything for my anti-aging process. So I stopped. And yeah, you don't need to moisturize too much when you're younger. You do need to wear sunscreen though, which you're already doing. You got that little ISDN, you know, we got sponsors. But yeah, that's why I looked after myself really well. And that was in my mind, like I wanted a long career. I wanted to swim until I was 30. And if I knew that like I needed to get to 30 and look 25. And when I get to 35, I want to look 30. I think I look about 30. And I'm about to be 35 next month. Pretty good. No? Pretty good. I go to the gym, babe. When you start young, you don't have to do as much as you get older. You know what I'm saying? Cleanse, tone, you know, cleanse and tone, and before bed, do a light moisturizer. Get something like not too thick. Gluten-free, dairy-free is the way to go. It's the future. And that's kind of what was killing me when I was on the island, is like when you're on like a resort in an island type of situation, like you can't really go to like, I mean, I could have gone to the kitchen and been like, I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, please don't, you know what I mean? But it's remote, there's not a lot of options, so I don't want to be inconvenient, especially because like there's not a lot of food to begin with. Is this making sense? Like, I don't want to cause too much trouble. And we're on vacation, so like, it's not a, you know, but yeah, I don't know. Lulu said I look good, and that's what I do to look good. I get a lot of sleep. I drink a lot of water. I do not drink tap water. I drink spring water. I put a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in it just to, you know, help with digestion. I'm like pretty healthy, dude. I don't know. When I travel, I bring my own snacks. I bring like nuts and raisins. Right now I'm eating nuts and raisins and goji berries. I'm going back to like, sometimes I'll indulge. I'm like 4 pieces of super duper duper dark chocolate. This is like dark chocolate. No one else in my family likes dark chocolate except for me. And I don't even know if I like it that much. I do sometimes like a piece of chocolate. It's all about balance, you know? It was a cute trip. It was nice. I would like to go back in a romantic context. I would like to go back with my partner if I ever do get one. But I don't know if I would stay at the same resort. The resort was great, don't get me wrong. Loved it, enjoyed it. I want like even more privacy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I would hire like a home or like an Airbnb, and I would make sure that it had air conditioning. I would make sure that it had a full kitchen. I love to cook. That way I can kind of control my meals. But otherwise it was fine. I will say, me and my little sister were in the trenches, and It was hot. I mean, it was hot. Like, I was sweating, babe. Like, the beach was 30 steps away from our fale. 30, I counted it, and I inserted that clip here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so the beach is 30 steps away from the fale. Look at how crystal, I'm sorry. Look, crazy. And it's a private beach, babe. Can you see anyone on this beach? No, baby, I got it. Daddy got it like that. Daddy got it like that. Come on. Cute, right? Little private beach, little private beach moment, you know? We can be left alone, don't worry. No paparazzi here. And then we went to go visit my father's paternal graveyard, which is on an island. Like, I was trying to be real private with where I was and where I was going, but my little sister was like blowing up my spot by putting up all the places and geotagging them on Instagram, which is fine, whatever, you know, like, she do what she do and it is what it is. But I'm giggling. So then we went to go see my grandfather's graveyard, which also houses my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, and my great-great-great-grandfather, all in one burial site. And it's like a really small island, like 200 people, tiny. So we went there, and these divas had their own gate. There was like a cemetery, and then there was like their part of the cemetery, and they had like a gate, which I'll put that footage here.
Are you dead?
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, that's Granddad.
Are you okay?
Go for it.
Grandchildren is coming to say hello. And you are going to...
Okay, so it was like really hot in that, it was like really hot in that burial site. Like we were like sweating, and it was gorgeous. It was cute. We took our quick pictures and then we got out of there because it was burning. It was burning hot. But you know, I had a little conversation with Granddad in particular. You know, like I put him up on my Instagram. I have a picture of him on my shrine. I talk to my granddad regularly, and I'm very spiritual, but I was like, you know, what do you have to say to me when I touched their headstone? And I touched it and burned. It was so hot. And I was like, oh, they're angry. And I was like, oh my God, they're angry at me? And I was like, no, they're not angry at me. They were like, they're angry because when you're in the spirit world, like you see all, right? Like you see everything that's going on, and they're angry about some things that happened to me. I could tell. They were like, I felt like you should be somewhere. It was the anger of like, you should be somewhere else and this is where you are. And we're angry, not because of anything you've done. We're angry because people have stopped you from being where you're supposed to be. That's how I felt. That's how it felt. So it felt like the heat and the anger was directed at my enemies, basically. And we don't need to talk about that here. I'll talk about that later. I don't want to get into that here, but I lived a very interesting life, I will say. Someone's at my door? No. So, yeah, I will just say that they kind of felt like kind of pissy. And it was like, you're not where you're supposed to be, and we're upset. But we're not upset at you, we're upset at the people that have forced this to happen. And I was like, okay. And then another thought jumped into my head, and it was, we're proud of you. And I was like, no. And then they said, keep fighting. Keep fighting. And I will. I'll keep fighting. After that, I have to. But it felt nice to be acknowledged by the ancestors. It was also kind of nice to know that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But again, not because of anything that I'd done wrong, but because the devil works very hard. But I do believe that my time will come. Yeah, I believe my time to walk in the sun and tell my story and reveal what I know to be true, that will come. And it's given me a little bit of extra motivation, especially the part that was like, keep fighting. We're proud of you, keep fighting. Keep telling the truth. Keep telling the truth is what they said. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. So yeah, that was cute. But now we're back. I'm in my little air-conditioned room. I managed to snag one of the rooms. Except I'm probably gonna get kicked out tomorrow because I think we have a guest coming to stay in here. Should we wrap up with Crush Watch as we always do? He looked like he was in the tropics too. I was like, cute. I was like, oh wow, we all in the islands. We all in the islands. Aloha oi. Except he was in the Caribbean and I was in the Polynesia. You like that? I'm gonna use that a little screenshot as a preview. But no, he it looked like a great time. Yeah, it looked like an amazing time for him. Boys trip, brother there, friends there, homies all around. It was like reasonably private, it seemed. Like he didn't post too much on the gram. I'm glad that he got a little vacation. And where he went to, I was like, Dominican Republic. I've been there. Punta Cana. I've been there. It's just interesting because last year he went whale watching. Do you know what I mean? And it was kind of, maybe I'm reading too much into it. And I sometimes do, I'll admit that. So last year to go like whale watching in Mexico, I was like, okay. this year to go to the Dominican Republic and like of all places like Punta Cana. It's just like I've been to DR, and where I went to DR, I went to Punta Cana. I'd like to go back, but this time with a different person. Do you know what I mean? Like, not who I went with the first time. Definitely not. That is a story for another time. Yes, it is. But it's just like, I don't know, of like all the Caribbean islands he could have gone to. I guess he did work out a deal with the resort. I think maybe work something out. I don't know. You know how it is when you have a lot of clout and you know, you hot and popping, you got it going on, and like you can get that deal to like, you know, not pay as much to go on vacation. Like, and people were saying that on like line. They're like, why do these players do all of these things and blah, blah, blah. I was like, baby, like, you're speaking from jealousy, because let's be clear. If you could go on vacation and teach one lesson for a few hours and get it paid for or get it heavily discounted, you would do it. But you can't. And that's what upsets you. That's what upsets you, is that you can't, okay? So, yeah. When you do something as significant as what he's done in the short time of his living, then you can be upset when you're not getting your vacations paid for or compensated or whatever. But until then, you have not done the hard work yet to deserve any of that stuff. So shut your pie hole and keep your negativity to yourself. But yeah, no, it looked like a great time. Yachts, golf, this, that, you know, fun all around. And yeah. Yeah, I know why he went there. At first I was like, he went to DR. It's so interesting. He could have gone to Costa Rica. He could have gone to Puerto Rico. He could have gone to, there were like a few other Spanish speaking countries in the Caribbean. But then I saw the tennis lesson and I was like, oh no, that makes sense. So it's probably not what I'm thinking it is. But no, he looked like he had a great time. Oh my God, the X vultures, can we talk about it? Everybody on X is like, they're like vultures, honey. They're vultures. They are trying so hard to figure out like if he's got romance in his life. He has romance in his life, baby. It just might not be who you expect it to be. Okay. I know that's right. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. But like, oh my God, they're like vultures. They're vultures. Spreading fake news. Making it look like Instagram models flying out to see him. I was like, that's not happening, bro. But baby, don't worry. Don't worry. I got it, you know? Daddy know what he got. Daddy know what he got. Daddy know he got hot and popping and got it going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry. I'm not pressed. I ain't pressed. One of my philosophies in relationships, I'll tell you this. One of my philosophies in relationships is this. Save the drama for when it counts. Okay? Life is going to happen, and when it happens and shit gets real and you have a situation go down where you really need to figure it out together, that's when you gotta get through that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, life is going to happen and drama will unfold. So save all of that sort of emotion and stuff for when that goes down. Oh, my mom's here. Yeah?
We're off for dinner.
Now?
When you're ready, come on.
Okay, I'm coming.
Don't forget to turn that aircon off.
Yeah, I'll turn it off. Okay, we're going for dinner now. But yeah, just like save the drama for when it counts. And like, I'm not pressed by any of these rumors. Baby, he's into this, he ain't into that. We know this. I know this. I know this to be true. I gotta go. We're going to have dinner. But enjoy the exhibitions. Have fun in New York. You know I love that city. Lastly, like, he's like sitting next to the guy. He went to an NBA match tonight at Madison Square Garden, where he's playing tomorrow, which is amazing. That's like so iconic, so amazing. And the guy that he's playing is an American. He's sitting next to him, and they took photos courtside, obviously. And I'm like, oh my God, like his opponent is like, I mean, how do I say this lightly? Like, how much of an edible did he eat? Not Baby Boy, not Crush Watch. Crush Watch is like very much there in the eyes. I can see when a person is out of their mind by the eyes. His opponent that he took a photo with, the one that he's playing tomorrow, like, I'm like, how much did you... I know stoned eyes when I see them, okay? It takes one to know one. But that's in the past. I don't do that anymore. I really gotta go. But yeah, to him I say good luck and enjoy yourself and have fun and see you next month. I'm excited. And yeah, enjoy your time at home. I hope you had a great vacation. I'm not gonna sweat the small stuff. I save the drama for when it counts. And yeah, there's like a lot of curiosity about who he's, you know. Live your life, babe. Live your life. Go do your thing. Live your life. Enjoy yourself. I'm here. You know. Don't worry. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. It's little Beach Boys for your nerves.